Hello students, your instructor here, John Mandula with another screencast. This one part of the Sans Serifs #1 group, and this font is Interstate. As you can see, it was developed for the U.S. Federal Highway Administration. It's in use all over the country on our freeway signs and other things like that. As you can see over here, the graphic right has all kinds of variations from extremely thin to extremely condensed and heavy. I can scroll down so it can because of that, it has great flexibility as a typeface. The thick ones get a little too thick, but it works. The thin ones almost take on a lighter, daintier feel. Even typefaces, the name hairline on them, so it gets very light. But generally, when you think of Interstate, you think of this, what they would call Interstate Bold. And there's a number of things right off the bat that makes it distinctly Interstate. First thing is the R is right up here. It connects, to the bowl, which is pretty squared off. If you notice, it's very flat top bottom, and not to the stem. Other things you'll notice is that any letter, especially the lowercase ones, the stem or ascender or descender or whatever will always end with this about 45 degree, this chiseled tip. So you see it here in the T, you see it here in the L, the Q, the bottom of it right here. Other letter, the D, any letter that's going to have a stem that just kind of just extends freely, you're going to see that chisel on top and or the bottom of it. And lowercase letters. Other things, the A, double stroke, you notice the A, it doesn't like come smoothly into the stem and come down or even go straight across. It actually bulges upward and then comes back down. It's a very blunt typeface. That's on purpose. It's designed to be easily read when you're going 70 miles an hour on the freeway. Because that the T has a wide hook or finial to further differentiate it from the lowercase I. The E and the F have, the middle arm is very short in comparison to the top arm and bottom leg. The S, you notice that these go almost the same angle as this is, so they're chiseled across. The U is perfectly round at the bottom, there's no foot serif or anything like that. The M, it's all squared up, but it comes to a very sharp point in the valley as it approaches the baseline. And the Q, a very blunt tail there. Otherwise, you may think it looks kind of like Accents Grotesque, which it kind of does, but especially that chiseled tip, the E, and the R and the M are really what make it Interstate. So let's see it in use. You can really see it shine. So here, right here, this is Interstate on a freeway sign. So this is in its most originally designed element was to exist here. And again, you can see all the characteristics, the A that bulges upward before it goes back down, the T with a chiseled top and the chiseled bottom, the E's that have the short middle arm, the L again with the chiseled top right there, the B, notice how flat out it is. It's almost like an E, which is curved lines to make them bowls. Notice the X height also. Let's go back and look at this actually. Oops. Let's actually go back to the waterfall. See that the X height is about 3/4 of the height of the letter, which is huge. So much so that when the I is dotted right there, it actually goes just past the cap height. So I mean, look at this. This is the top arm of the F, and the U almost touches it. So the X height is gigantic, and that's all designed for easy recognition. Not necessarily readability. This typeface isn't designed for to be the body text for books or magazines or even websites, but it's great for headlines and great for stuff like this, which you just see a few characters at a time. It's actually tracked out more, again, to increase the legibility. And the numbers are very important. Typeface too, they're very big and easy to read. Because that, you'll see that being used on the weather channels. They use numbers a lot. They very distinctly tell you what time it is and what the temperatures and things like that. So this up here is all Interstate. Not this and not this, but all up here is Interstate. Again, look at the Y, the descender is chopped off. The D has a chiseled top. The A bulges up before it comes back down. E has a short arm. M, pointy valley. S with the diagonal endings. Things like that. Huge X height. If we look at another weather graphic, you can see there the numbers are very clear and easy to read. That's what makes for a very good typeface for things like freeway signs and for things like weather. Actually, down here in the bottom, this is not Interstate. This is like Helvetic or Arial, but up here is all Interstate. Again, chopped off descender and chiseled everything. So that is Interstate.